Imagine your boss asking you to lie not just for yourself, but for them. What would you do? Because when my boss pressured me to adjust numbers on an official report, I didn't just refuse, I set a trap. And when she tried to throw me under the bus, I had the receipts. And her career didn't survive it. If you've ever wanted to see a bully in power finally get what they deserve, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and buckle in. Because this isn't just a story about workplace drama, it's about how quiet revenge, served cold, can be the sweetest justice of all. I work at a mid-sized company. Not a glamorous job, but stable. I'm the person who crunches numbers, analyzes reports, and makes sure the higher-ups have accurate data to make decisions. It's not flashy, but I take pride in doing it right. Now my boss, let's call her. Karen was the type who looked put together on the outside, sharp suits, perfect hair, a fake smile plastered on her face, but underneath she was all about survival appearances and cutting corners. Recently, pressure had been building from leadership. Budgets were tight, performance was being scrutinized, and Karen had made big promises about how our department would shine, promises she couldn't actually keep. And that's when she came to me. She leaned into my cubicle one afternoon with that too sweet voice. Hey, when you're preparing that quarterly report, let's just say the numbers could look a little more optimistic. I froze. She didn't outright say lie, but it was clear. She wanted me to fudge the data. Inside, my stomach dropped. My heart started racing. On one hand, she was my boss. Refusing could make me look difficult. But on the other hand, if those numbers went public and someone realized they didn't match the raw data, guess who would be blamed? Me? She must have seen the hesitation on my face because she gave me this sharp little smile and said, "I'm sure you'll figure it out. You're smart." Then she walked away. It wasn't a request. It was a command wrapped in fake politeness. The next few days were hell. Every time I opened that spreadsheet, I felt this tightness in my chest. I'd replay her words over and over, adjust the numbers. Part of me wanted to confront her. Another part wanted to ignore her and hope it blew over. But mostly, I felt cornered. I couldn't win. Or at least, that's what she thought. One night, staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., it hit me. What if I didn't refuse, but I also didn't comply? What if I played it smart? I decided then and there I'd do the report honestly, by the book, but I'd cover myself. Every step would be documented, every email saved, every timestamp recorded. If she wanted to gamble with lies, fine, but she wouldn't be gambling with my career. So I finished the report with 100% accuracy. No fudging, no massaging the data. I CC'd her on everything when I submitted it, making sure it all went up the chain. The subject line was crystal clear. The attachments were time-stamped. I even backed up the raw data to a secure folder. And then I waited. It didn't take long. Leadership noticed. The numbers weren't what Karen had promised in previous meetings. The gap was glaring. Emails started flying. Questions started pouring in. And suddenly, Karen's sunny disposition turned stormy. One morning, she stormed into my workspace, papers in hand, eyes blazing. "Why didn't you fix this? These numbers are wrong." I stayed calm. My hands shook a little, but my voice didn't. "These are the numbers, all from the official system. Double-checked, triple-checked." She snapped back. "You misunderstood what I told you," I said. "Make them look better. Now you've embarrassed me in front of leadership." That was the moment I knew. The trap had sprung. Soon, HR got involved. And when Karen tried to throw me under the bus, claiming I didn't follow instructions, I quietly laid out the evidence. Email chains, screenshots, timestamp submissions, even her vague adjust the numbers message. HR went silent as they scrolled. Then one of them asked her directly, "Can you explain why your instructions don't align with company policy?" Her face went pale. She tried to backpedal, to say it was all a miscommunication, but it was too late. The paper trail spoke louder than her excuses. Within weeks, Karen was resigning. Officially, it was her choice. Unofficially, everyone knew she'd been forced out. When the news broke, the office buzzed like electricity. People whispered, smirked, exchanged knowing looks. And me? I didn't celebrate, I didn't gloat. I just kept my head down, finished my work, and quietly enjoyed the fact that justice had been served without me having to raise my voice. She'd tried to sacrifice me to save herself, but in the end, she destroyed her own career. Looking back, I realized something. Revenge doesn't always have to be loud or dramatic. Sometimes, the best revenge is simply doing your job right and letting the truth do the rest. So tell me, if you were in my shoes, would you have played it safe like I did, or gone nuclear and called her out immediately? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this story gave you chills, smash that like button, subscribe, and stick around because I've got plenty more stories where karma serves up justice in the most satisfying ways